up from your snooze. Come get with the crew. You know who it is, what it is, what we do. It's the crew, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the crew. Oh yeah, it's the crew, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the crew. Oh yeah, it's time to snooze, join the crew. We got news, we got tunes. We gon' hit you with the truth. We ain't like them other dudes. All the glory to Jesus, cause of him we making moves. Oh yeah, we done found our groove. You can come get with it too. It's the crew.
What is a real source is Enes Kanter declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027.
It's actually two of these guys that are claiming that they are women, and they are in this exact moment going to be testing the policies and the guidelines of the WNBA. They are citing the fact that the language that is spelled out as to who can be in the WNBA is a woman. And that is where it stops. It doesn't specify gender or identity. It doesn't specify sex. It doesn't specify anything. And I don't know. Is this, Chris, a good thing for the WNBA? Does it shed light on some of the more deeper conversations that we've been having within this country concerning identity and concerning gender? Or does this once again make the WNBA a mockery when it comes to sports?
I mean, here we are. Of course, it's not a good thing for the WNBA because you find yourself in a little pickle here. As childish as that may sound, you find yourself in a bit of in a bit of between a rock and a hard place here. I mean, it's not looking good for the WNBA, and the reason being is because if anybody is able to claim and be a woman and participate or enter themselves into the WNBA draft, then I mean, hey, it's because there's a standard where those guidelines are in place to prevent that. And so you're really forcing the WNBA to have to define what are we talking about when we say woman. And I think that's where the WNBA is in major trouble, is because they're going to have to, because what if a WNBA team drafts Enes Kanter? Like a team very well could, and you know what I'm saying, it don't look like it's gonna be good if he's drafted, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, we'll have to see where it's going to go, what the WNBA is going to do, but it looks like they ain't about to be able to really do anything because these things are nuanced, as the commissioner has said. So when you're not really familiar with how people are identifying themselves or when they actually consider themselves as a woman, when you're dealing with situations like that, then you're dealing with it being open to anybody that may wake up one day and say, hey, I consider myself a woman, so I'm going to enter myself in the draft. So,
if I'm not mistaken, this is from the 2025 collective the collective bargaining agreement they just had. I believe that this is.
I feel like it's pretty recent. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of pretty recent.
This is kind of coming off the heels of that, and this is where they agreed on this type of merit for the WNBA. However, we're I believe it was Sophie Cunningham, where this is where we're on the heels of. Sophie Cunningham wanted to protect women's sports, you know what I'm saying, and essentially blocking transgender athletes allegedly from being in it, trying to protect women in sports, right? But there's a bit of a discourse going on about this that some people is on one side is like, yeah, we should. Other people's like, no, we should allow them to participate. But we've seen this happen with the swimming situation, right, Dave? When what was his name? Adam or something like I can't think of his name for real, but we saw this happen, and someone who was ranked 126 on the male side all of a sudden shot to number 1 or 2 on the women's side. So clearly there is some sort of a disadvantage. Is this something that is biting them in the behind day, or is this something more or less where it's like, hey, if this is what you want to put out there, you have to fight for that point?
Man, I kind of want to call it antics and just
On
promotion
Enes's part?
on the W.
Oh, okay.
Because that's almost as real. I don't know if y'all heard about the Denver Nuggets releasing and announcing, public tryouts. They giving, they charging the public a small fee to just come try out for the Nuggets. Yeah. And I guess ultimately all that was just like your thought. Thanks for the free money.
Right. Well, they weren't really going to choose nobody, is what you're saying.
Like they let everybody go through the process of believing that we're going to show up, we're going to register ourselves, we're going to sign waivers, we're going to submit our stats and everything of that sort. And then, boom, nothing. No callback. No, not even a tryout. Like you say, not even a tryout. You showed up and it was, thanks for coming, guys. The NBA thanks you greatly. We appreciate your support. Everybody go home safely. And
bro, y'all remember that show that not to get you off track? Y'all remember that show that Michael Irvin had trying to sign a receiver?
Ooh, hey, that show was hard, bro.
That show was actually hard though. That show, but that's what when Dede was talking about that reminded me of that though.
But the guy that they signed, actually, we saw him on TV playing. I believe it was like kickoff returner for the.
I believe he wound up. Yeah, he actually wound up big. But you know what? How many games did he realistically?
But that was scripted though. That was scripted.
Forgot about him very quickly after that.
Yeah, it's like asking this. Also, do y'all remember Santino Morella's debut to the WWE?
Yeah.
Did y'all think that was real?
He was in the crowd, bro.
What it was, Jay, was we're gonna pick Kurt Angle to go against a random fan tonight.
Oh yeah.
And then they scan in the crowd. They got the lights going dark.
It was Umaga, bro. It was Umaga.
It was Umaga,
bro.
No, bro, because he won.
It was Umaga.
Yeah, it was Umaga because they helped him cheat. You right.
Hey, bro,
right. I think Bobby Lashley. This is when he was beefing with Bobby Lashley. So Bobby Lashley wound up coming out and helping him because he started getting his ass beat. Yeah,
you're right.
Walk in. Hey, I'm gonna go try out for the Denver Nuggets, bro.
Go ahead, say that again, Jay.
I'm gonna go try out for the Denver Nuggets, bro.
I knew you was gonna say that.
It's Sunday, August 30th.
You didn't just hear me say they already did it. They wasted their money.
No, it's August 30th.
Oh, I was talking about something else then.
That's what ChatGPT say. Oh, but it ain't the Nuggets. It's their affiliate.
The G League.
Bro, let me go ahead. Hey, let me go ahead and be,
yo, somebody actually might have a real shot at that. I mean,
no, it's not happening.
The G League. The G League. I mean, I'm saying.
Nah.
If Bryce ain't made it, we got.
Obviously,
if he ain't made it out the G League, ain't nobody making it.
Well, I'm just saying, obviously, this person got to have like real credentials. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't think Mac McClung had real potential?
Credentials, but yeah, he did.
Bro, he was average. He was putting up like 50 points in the.
I don't understand why. I don't understand, bro. These affiliate teams be keeping players, bro, to keep them relevant and to keep somewhat of an interest of people trying to come to a game, because you're not going to tell me that somebody like McClung couldn't be a benefit to some team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was always weird.
It's all
to me.
pre-politics. It's politics.
I believe they did wind up signing him to like one of them 10 days
or
or something like that.
Or 1 day. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it was something like that. I mean, this is a person who literally on his back. I mean, the NBA should do better. I say because he resurrected your dunk contest. Your dunk contest was dead in the water. So until he came and started really dunking on niggas.
You owe
him, NBA. You owe Mac McClung.
You seen Brandon Carlson come back and forth more times than you seen Matt McClung. Like, between the G League and an active roster spot, you seen Brandon Carlson. You see Brownie way more than what you'd have seen Matt McClung and Brandon Carlson. As a matter of fact, don't get me started.
He was over there putting up 20, 25, 28 point games over there, bro. I think he even got a 50 at one point, like a 55. I don't know.
You talking about Brownie?
Yeah, 85% of
all. It's cool. He's still not NBA talent ready. You know what I'm saying?
85% of all stats are made up. But anyway,
it is what it is. He should be proud. he should be proud of what he's accomplished because I mean, nobody. I mean, that's a dream. That was Bronny's dream to go to the NBA, and he did it. But
But back to the original point. Here we are now. Like I said, the W is making a mockery or is being made fun of. You know, this is the streamer going and laying down on the front row of the bench. Like this is what that is. In a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like this isn't your Comet and your Lisa Leslie's and your you know what I'm saying? Your Cheryl Swoops. This isn't your Skylar Diggins, your Maya Moores. This isn't that. Like where people really believe that this was going to be a great thing, bro. And these women are hooping. That's what I hate about it, bro. Well, what's her name? Collier out of Minnesota? Is that her name? Bro, they going crazy out of it. Caitlin,
the real Afro Thunder.
Real beefs. They clotheslining each other for us.
Man.
Like, man, it's something.
Shout out to my wife, Felicia.
It's yeah. But I mean, it's becoming entertaining, right? They're trying to create a product that's worth watching, and I think that they've built that up. But why does this have to be the case, right? Shouldn't you as a league been a bit smarter than this? Did you not think this was going to be some sort of a problem?
Bro, I mean,
like, it was only a man would have been in that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's only a matter of time. And here's the thing. And here's the thing. Like, it was only a matter of time. Like, because the WNBA can't be disingenuous because you're talking about a former NBA player. A former NBA player is more than qualified to play professional women's sports. I mean, I don't care where he is on the roster. You're not going to tell me that. And let's keep it real. Enes Kanter has played significant minutes in years in the NBA. So I'm not. So we're not even talking about some dude. So we're not even talking about, huh?
I said in Utah before we got him. Enes Kanter was their base.
Well, I mean, not just when he came with us, he was playing significant minutes in years. When he went to the Blazers, he was playing significant minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you're talking about somebody. You can't be disingenuous and say, "Oh, well, what if they're not qualified?" Enes Kanter right now is qualified to play in the NBA. I don't care when, or the WNBA. I don't care what's the last time he played an actual NBA game. Right now, he's qualified because you can't tell me that he wouldn't be useful somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the WNBA, I mean, they're stuck right now.
Would do great to have Enes Kanter.
Yeah.
They're the ones that can afford to take the swing, right? You bring Enes Kanter on with the #1 WNBA draft pick.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that could be a nice combination with whoever you got left there.
Bro,
let's talk about the losses, though. I mean, we talking about the pros, but what's the cons? Enes gets nothing from this. If he win all championships every season he plays, they're gonna be like, bro, you play women. Be the man.
I don't think nobody's gonna care. I think more people.
Bro, the comments are already going crazy.
I think that more people are going to point to the W for allowing it to happen. That's where a lot of the attention is going to wind up going. I ain't gonna hold you. When I saw Enes Kanter's announcement, like, okay, so Enes already feels like that. This is the real rabbit hole. Y'all know that Enes already feels like that the NBA conspired against him and didn't protect him during personal situations he was having from where he was from, right? So this is another way for Enes to fight back. Like, and the grin on his face when he was announcing that he was going to the WNBA, like, I really thought it was a troll, and I had to look this up and be like, oh, no, he's serious. He's really trying to, and he keeps saying, me and my lawyers are ready to invoke these guidelines and invoke these rules, and we are willing to fight this if I get blocked. Like, but
let me ask y'all a question.
So that I started cracking up. I'm like, this got to be a troll. And like, anytime that he would get to talking about the NBA conspiring against him and trying to stop him from being in and didn't protect him, I kind of turned him off because nigga, ain't nobody trying to hear that right now. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You just, the Thunder is playing right now. Like, I'm not trying. I ain't trying to hear that right now. But So when it came to the situation, bro, I'm kind of like, oh man, here we go. There go Enes again. He joking. And I was like, oh, he's not joking. And then I see that the senator, my thing is what started making this a real game and where didn't nobody take it serious is when the U.S. senator or Senate is trying to, Royce White, I think his name is trying to hop on this bandwagon.
Yeah.
So now it's really made to be like a ha, look at you. We wanted to say that, you know, every woman is a woman and everybody who identify as is a woman. Now look, this is exactly what we said we was going to do. This is exactly what we said was going to happen.
Yeah, no, I think that there's definitely a sense of genuous thought behind it, especially emotive if you're Enes Kanter, because I don't think Enes Kanter is going to consider himself a trans woman or is trying to transition. At least I don't think.
No.
So,
That's the problem.
so that's what's crazy
That makes
is
it even worse,
it's
right?
more so
Yes.
it's more so he's doing this out of a point to make and a point to prove, and
But
not
if you make the
necessarily
team,
because he
then what?
needs to.
What point do
But
you prove? If you make this team, what you make your point to that I can do it? Because clearly,
you're either making a point. You're either making a point that I can do it, or you're forcing the NBA. You're forcing the WNBA to define what a woman is and who and which women can
But do you
compete.
care that much? Do you
That's a
care
good
that
point.
much, or is this your own personal game?
A lot of people do care that much.
I mean, it's a
But
lot
I
of
feel
people.
like it's him. It's him having an ego, but also trying to draw out of the lines, color outside the lines. I can do this. I heard this rule. I'm gonna take it upon myself to blow it up by calling my people, making an
Bro,
announcement.
but what were you doing? What were you watching? Were you sitting at home eating a bowl of SpaghettiOs and you watching the WNBA game and be like, man, they trash. Like what were you thinking about? And he was like, man, I wonder what it takes to actually, like maybe he was playing Joanna Man on the DVD player, right? Maybe he was like, bro, I wonder if something like that really, man, let me go see what it'll take to actually enter into there. And then how did you find this rule? What researcher put you on this? What book was you thumbing through to where it was just like, aha?
I mean, I feel like
was
this
you
is
watching Hannah Montana and saying that, oh man, you know, all she did was put on a wig and nobody knew who she was.
No, it wasn't that.
Like what?
Because that implies that the rule has been a thing for a while to where he's been able to make that decision. I feel like y'all said,
what was it that made you find specifically this rule?
I believe it was looking at the other sports. Like you said, the Olympics, going back years and years where this has been a debate. Should transgender athletes should they be allowed to compete in each other's sport? That was I believe the initial conversation striker. And then once we have years of that conversation, Enes already had his mind. All they got to do is pass the law and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And hearing of his past in the NBA, he's been known to be a guy that's going to do some stuff that nobody would ever do. He's going to bring up some stuff. He going to basically even dress away. He going to dress different. He kind of Dennis Rodman without all the tattoos, the hair dyed, fingernail painting. Enes Kanter is that. Anybody that's told a story about Enes Kanter kind of sheds him in that light.
Controversy for sure.
Right. He's very controversial, very extremely. So even to the point to where some people might look at him as a big grown child. If you really listen to certain stories.
Yeah.
So I believe that it's not surprising to his character. Like that's the type of person he is. I feel like if he was in another sport, if he was a boxer, if he was Floyd Mayweather, he would have looked at maybe Clarissa Shields and said, oh, they just passed this law. Men can fight women. Well, what's a woman? What's a man? Y'all don't know? Let's find out. Let's compete. I'm about to jump in the ring. I'm going to be the first to do it. That's another thing too. Everybody wants to be the first to do something. People telling him, whoa, you being the first man that's really acting like a woman? Whoa, bro. The first man to play in the NBA and the W at the same time? That's speaking to your point, Jay, where the family's probably telling him, people around him is like, hey, bro, you really can be the first, bro. You really can do it, bro. That'd be so crazy, bro.
Somebody
is like, what else am I doing? The league pushed him out. The NBA pushed him out.
The W, bro. We're at a point, like I said, where the W is giving us meaningful basketball at times. The W is giving us rivalries. The W is giving us social media hype. The W is giving us, things that we can attach ourselves to when it comes to basketball and why we watch the sport that we do. The only thing we're not getting is dunks, and they're trying to get that in there as well. We always say just lower the rim to about 9 feet, and you know what I'm saying, everything will be good, but they want it to be as close to the real thing as possible.
I'd rather see that.
Give any advantages like that.
Would y'all rather see that?
But I'm just saying,
don't get that now with this cancer.
We are now
goal.
Right. But my thing again, what's the point? What do you gain out of this? So you make the team. My thing, Enes Kanter has been out the league what, maybe 10 years now?
It ain't been
that long. It ain't been that long,
bro.
Maybe 7, 6, 7.
Okay, all right. Let's go with 6, 7. Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out the league 6 or 7 years. You mean to tell me that he's in as good shape as a Angel Reese, as a Caitlin Clark?
For sure.
You think he really gonna get busy on an Asia Wilson 3-time MVP?
For sure.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. Watching him and the way they handle the ball, like this isn't like what the girls used to do, where or where the women used to do, where you could tell so much more different.
I mean, you're gonna have to get Enes Kanter in foul trouble every possession. Like that's the only straight up. I don't just know if you're stopping him one-on-one, unless you're like Asia Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Maybe,
because she guarding Bam. Asia's so dominant because she's guarding Bam on a consistent basis.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe Asia. I'll give
the a lot of different.
I'll give it to her, but
branches, bro.
I don't know about anybody.
Skylar Diggins might call his eyeball out.
I need Maya Moore back in the W, bro.
Maya Moore would give him buckets.
Yeah, I need Maya Moore to get back in the W.
But I'm sure she'll give him a different bucket in the locker room. That's why they retired. That's why their generation retired. They was retiring for their husbands.
Yeah, bro. I think that this is crazy and that it sucks for the W. And it's. I mean, I'm on both sides of this. Like, I get it. I do. I get it, bro. It's like, oh, this is the game that y'all want to play, and this is a broader issue outside of the W, right? This is a broader issue within society that now a professional organization is being made the face of, right? So I get the point of how far are you really willing to take this, right? Because there are other little nuances and little things involved as to why I believe that these things should not, that it shouldn't be this way, right? But how do we make this as clear as possible? Well, we make it that clear by touching something that everybody loves, sports, right? We make it this clear by really infiltrating one of the most lucrative, sports brands or whatever in the nation. That's how we do this. And so this is kind of, and again, with Enes always being more political, this is par for the course for Enes. This marks up, and we're talking about a senator doing this as well. Come on. That's all this is. It's political for the grand, broader things, but then I think that it also makes businesses and brands be more thoughtful about the language that they're putting out. You really want to protect your product? You really want to protect your brand? We need to clean up this language. Because while we're trying to make it so easy and so accessible for all people who think and believe and feel that they are, you run into situations like this. And now I think that is the broader. I don't think Enes cares if he gets drafted for real. Come on, bro. He's already making his point. I don't think it, because remember, just because he enters the draft, the teams don't have to pick him up.
Right.
They can ice him out. Now they may have to cite reasons as, his workout just didn't go as we planned. We only get, 14 spots. And, with some of the overseas players that we have that we're kind of, watching out for and different things like that. We got some people that we have on, back burner, some people, former retired players that aren't fully retired. And, we just want to make sure, then at that point, you can make it sound good so you can make it to where it just kind of flew under the radar. But I think the W has a lot of work to do with cleaning up that verbiage and coming into a better agreement and being more thoughtful about the information that they're putting out. I mean,
I
that's
agree.
just kind of what I think about it.
Yeah, for
Nah,
sure.
that's real, man. They don't get no. He gets nothing from that, and I really hope they do skip over him if they let it get as far as going to the
Does he
actual
become the
draft.
laughing stock? Does he become the new joke?
I feel like he already is. Just even entertaining the idea and getting a team together to film that nonsense to announce that. That's just what I think. Because you don't get taken serious the more we kind of sit on it. The more you think of it, it's kind of like the manly men walk in the room and say, "What kind of man do that? What kind of man even entertain that?" Like that's like going to the gym.
Bro.
Like imagine you go
I
to
had
the
to watch
Y, bro.
the-
No, look, bro. Look, Jay, as a hooper, bro. Answer me this. Imagine you go to the gym, bro, open gym, wherever you choose, and you walk in, you see one other person in there. You ain't got no ball, right? You just walk in. Let me see what's going on today. You just walk in. The person you see on the other side of the gym, too far to see from a closer view. They bouncing the ball. That's all you see. You walk up about to ask them, "Hey, can I shoot with you one-on-one, whatever you feel like?" You notice they bouncing with a girl ball though. Imagine you see that, and then the ball roll and hit your foot. You pick it up and you palm. You like, bro, you out here hooping with a girl ball? You know you're not gonna let that slide. You know you're not gonna let that ride. You know, a real hooper is gonna come in the gym and be like, bro, why you acting like a
Well, if
girl
I'm
in
a real
here?
hooper, I got my ball though. Because we keep our
You
ball in the trunk of the car.
but the point
You
is, I
never know.
mean,
You never
you
know when the
never
hoop
know.
section is gonna pop off.
You never know. But the point is that say your ball flat, say your ball ain't been aired up. You know how it is. The ball been in the trunk too long. You ain't got the little pump. You know,
Bro, the first thing out of your mouth was say you're a real hooper. At the end of the day, my ball is always pumped up.
bro.
I
You could be a
always got
broke
the
hooper.
M1s in the trunk.
You
My
could be a
shorts is
broke
under my
hooper.
baggy jeans, bro. And hey,
I
and
never
got
said you didn't have money. I never said you had money. I said you was a hooper. I never said the money was there to be able to afford these things. You was a hooper. That's all I say. Because you could have been a
I'm
hooper in
just saying,
Chucks.
if I'm a real hooper, bro, I got some kind of ball. Even if it's that glow in the dark John from Family
Nah,
Dollar,
bro, you was
I
crazy.
have some kind of basketball in the car.
Man, you crazy. Say somebody stole that mug, then you ain't got it. Because that happens too. Real hoopers get their ball stole every day, B. So
Bro,
somebody stole your ball, it's missing
hey,
until you get another one.
what you
And
mean?
then you
If
go to
real
the
hoopers get
gym.
their ball stole every day,
It's
then what
only
do you think I did? You don't think I got an extra stash? You don't think I got more than one ball? You think I'm just walking around here with one ball? Bro, come on.
we're not gonna allude to any crimes here on this show. Here
That's what-
at the Cooniverse, we do not support thievery and the activities alike. My point is that you're not gonna let no grown man hoop in the gym with no girl ball. That's what my point was.
Hey,
As a
low-key,
manly
hey,
man, as a real
hey,
hooper, you're not
I'm
doing
not
it.
gonna lie. What do you hope to get from this, Chris? And we about to close. Like, do you hope the WNBA wins, or do you kind of hope that this proves that we really need to watch what we put out?
I think that unless they're going to define what a woman is, then I think that Enes Kanter will actually be in the draft for the WNBA. I think that that's probably what's going to happen. Like you said, it's much ado about nothing. I don't even think it's going to get he's going to get drafted, and then they'll wind up going to the next steps. I think the WNBA will probably come together and not draft someone, especially who they feel is disingenuous about it.
That's the
But
least you can do.
still, it
I mean,
doesn't.
that's
But
about the only power you got.
that's the only power you got. It still doesn't mean you can't do it. So there you go. But we'll see where it goes.
What about you, Dave? As we close this out, kind of what are you hoping to see? Because I'm really interested in this. Like, this is going to be very interesting the way that this plays out. Who knows? Ennis might drop it before the draft even come up. We're talking 2027. We're talking in January? And in January of 27 or somewhere, February, somewhere up in there?
Talking about the draft?
Yeah, for the WNBA. Or is it like May?
Man, I think it's like May or something like
May.
that.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah,
Right. March Madness got to finish. Before they get the draft. But anyway, Day. I mean, how do you see this playing out for the scenario?
Man, I'm really just seeing it as a thing as far as Enos saying, I partner with the W to bring more lights to the W, bring more sponsorships, more conversation topics. And then ultimately he just ends up being a coach, something close to that. He works with the development of the W or something like that, something behind the scenes. I feel like that's more because if we stray away from that, then it just gets 2K story mode. Then it becomes my career. But
that's what it is. And to piggyback that off of that, should 2K make this the next story? Like, you get to choose whether you go pro in the W.
Then you running out of ideas at that point.
I know.
Then just bring back Spike Lee.
Or are you? Hey, they say art mimics real life. They say art imitates life.
Real life.
So are you running out of ideas, or are you showing the people what really can happen out in these basketball streets?
It's all a dream, Biggie Smalls. It was all a dream.
Hey, we appreciate y'all so much for being with us, the Crew's Hip Hop Corner. It's your boy Jay, and that's Chris, and we got Day in the building. We signing off. Make sure y'all tune in with us next week at 6:30 and tap in with the guys. We are out of here.
Yes, sir.
Yes.